Okay, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. I hear we have a new trailer. We got a new trailer today, guys. So I'm going to jump on here and we're going to look at it. I hope my sound is working. Testing. Okay. Now, of course, I never hear it. I shouldn't say never, but it was nice and quiet 5 seconds ago. I start talking and here comes the planes. Alright, so we're going to jump in here. I hear we got a new trailer to watch today. It is 6 minutes and 38 seconds long. And for those of you who want to hear my first opinion or first impressions of it, which I don't know why you'd want to see mine, but if you are interested, we're going to see them now. So I got my tea, got my water, but that's not for this. That is for the stream that's going to start right after it. So if you want to see some Sims 3, I started playing it again yesterday. I will have that up on Twitch real soon. And then I'll transfer it to YouTube maybe tomorrow. But today we will play part 2. So yeah, we have a new trailer today. The Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature expansion pack. It is the official gameplay trailer, and so with the official, I guess this is where they talk over it. You get a little storyline, background story. It is longer than the first trailer that dropped, which is like a little sneak peek kind of trailer. You guys are used to this by now. So we're going to jump on here and see what it's all about. I'm not muting my sound because I believe they talk over this video. So here we go. So you know how I'll do this. I'll play it through the first time and then we'll come back and chop it up. Chop it up.
100,000 welcomes to Innisgreen, where the joys are plentiful and the wonders awe-inspiring. Here, it feels like we're truly enchanted by nature. There are many ways to enjoy the bounties of nature, many paths to follow, from a peaceful life outdoors to exploring enchantment and magic. Let's begin at the root, plants and gardening. Caring for these beauties gives you a pure dose of joy.
Sula.
Just water them when dry and look good as new. Oh, except those poor things. Oh, here's a tip. A little fairy dust goes a long way. Enchanted plants water and weed themselves. Oh, they do tend to attract pixies though. Hey, at least they're cute. For those with slightly more gardening expertise, bring more of the outdoors in with potted plants. Place them wherever they fit. Fill the entire room if you want. If you're a fellow fan of foliage, your passion can take you a long way. So go on, name them, talk to them, whatever. I don't judge. You may have noticed a little flicker earlier. Well, the wait is over. Fairies are here. Let's start with the basics, shall we? A mere mortal aspiring to be a fairy. Hey, no need to be alarmed. You called me. Now all you have to do is follow the path laid out for you and poof! Oh, look at this entrance. Subtle, right? Oh, I love witnessing the transformation of a new fairy. There are many ways for you to customize your fairy form. Stunning. Go on, my little style icon. Things are going to be very different for you now. Fairies are truly emotion-driven creatures nourished by the moods of others. But if you don't take care of your needs, well, It's always a pity to see one go like that. Luckily, you can simply consume bottled emotions or absorb emotions from others to fulfill your needs. You do know I'm still here, right? As I was saying, absorbing emotions comes naturally to every fairy, as does shrinking,
I like
but
that
many
part.
acquire other abilities as well. Fairy dust is simply the sugar on top. The more you use your abilities, the more powerful you become. Fulfill good and wicked desires, like aging someone up. Bringing gnomes to life, or messing with relationships. Oh, we love a little drama. But fairy life isn't for everybody, like this nature nomad. Ah, sure, living off the land may be an adjustment at first, an acquired taste, perhaps. But the more time you spend working on natural living skills, the easier it gets to manage your needs. Seriously, why confine yourself to 4 walls when nature has been all-inclusive since the dawn of time? But balance is a tightrope, not a throne. If you find yourself wallowing in a bad mood for too long, you begin to teeter into imbalance, experiencing minor symptoms. Ignoring it leads to serious consequences and may mean picking up an ailment. Oh. Okay, time to bring in some outside help. With the apothecary skill, you can craft everyday plants into elixirs and cures galore. Like ailment cures, emotion potions that change any mood, or elixirs that fulfill all your needs for a time. Whoa, is that lucky liquid? I know a fisherman who could have used that. If you're inspired to help others with your new skill, there's always a need for more naturopaths. After a quick exam, it's time to determine the best course of treatment. Hopefully, the correct one.
Amo Bodo.
Oh, Reba, Obi.
Tarib Kipon.
Sometimes that means designing a wellness program for a client or offering a plant-based remedy. Of course, not all plants are entirely ordinary. The moody shrub allows you to extract emotions from it. An aura blossom can affect your luck or imbalance as long as you don't anger it. Oh, and the lightning root. I'm sure they're fine. With your natural living and apothecary skills, you'll be able to help so many folks in need. And there's a lot of them in this quiet little hamlet of ours. The blend of natural and magical elements throughout Innisgreen strikes a perfect balance, if I do say so myself. It can be a lot to take in, but luckily the locals are happy to fill you in. Lending a hand is a fast way to make friends and hear all kinds of stories about this place. Plus, earn a few rewards. Speaking of locals, I see you've met my ex, Spruce. Oh, and will you look at that? Our cosmic hourglass is emptied. Well, that's the grand tour. I'd say you're ready to explore this enchanted world of ours. Time for me to dissolve into the mist somewhere. You're gonna do great. Just don't forget to water the plants. Bye!
Okay. Opinion. Make sure my microphone is on. Alright, so I know they have us watch these because it helps sell the pack. And they want us to stream it because it helps sell the pack. But y'all, it strikes me so odd that they can spend so much money on these new expansion packs. No, let me rephrase. That they can charge so much money for new expansion packs and add very little new items. So if you erased just the clothing, and the wings, because I know we like to customize. But if you got rid of the wings and you got rid of the new clothes, this looks like normal, regular Sims
Comes to
gameplay. Okay, and what I mean is they just recycle all the stuff that's already in the game right now. I would like the challenge of just pointing out what's new. Okay, I'm not talking build mode, I'm not talking clothes, I'm not talking coloring the wings, I'm talking animations, because I'm an animations aka gameplay kind of girly. I don't really want to focus on the distractions. The distractions are new clothes, new furniture, new world. All of that comes, new hair. All of that comes with every pack. That's not what makes this pack sellable to me. It's the gameplay that gets added. And what I'm seeing is a lot of reused animations, which I've had a problem with since the launch of Sims 4. Sims 4 has a habit of just recycling the same animations. And I've had people years ago come after me when it first started happening. And they're like, oh, well, how else could you have watered some plant, you know, as an example? Well, I don't know. There's several ways to water a plant. But let me let it be. We'll just name all the things that are recycled. So obviously waving at the camera and walking into the house is not new. I'm not pointing out anything that's cast or built by, okay? So we go right up to this table and we spray it like we're cleaning it. Oh, well, we water first. This is my big pet peeve, this spray bottle right here. This spray bottle is used to clean your tables. They couldn't even take the time to recode the bottle to look like a different bottle, okay? That's lazy, because I'm sure modders will probably recode this bottle. But because they probably just ripped the animation from the game of when you're cleaning the table. And I know somebody's going to say, oh, well, how else could you have watered the plant? I don't know. I don't know. A different way. Go in your house right now. I water my plant with cups. I have a plant on my windowsill. I don't spray it. And I don't have a watering can. I use a cup from the sink. It would have been a new animation. It would have been a new animation. I don't know. But the fact that you just use this bottle is what irks me, because this is a form of like cleaner. Isn't this a cleaner? They didn't change the bottle. Okay, moving on. All right, and then this is fertilizer. I guess it would be the same as if you're fertilizing outside. But my argument is that it's the same animation. She's just standing over a table. How could you do it differently? Aren't there liquid fertilizers? So I don't know, maybe you put a pack on with the little spray bottle, or maybe you carry the little container that's round and it's got a nozzle that comes out of it, a tubing, and you spray from that. Just make a new animation for every new game pack, because if you're just recycling, then that means we are literally just paying for new clothes and just paying for new build objects, which to me, that's a kit. You're getting $40 for a kit at this point. So I will agree there's more. I think that's a new animation. I could be wrong. That might have been a new animation. I am happy about the plants being able to, you know, pass away. And so you have to take care of them. I don't know what that little romantic interaction was, because that was when, let me rewind a tiny bit. What she did right here, for some reason, is what they do when they're suggesting to go do woohoo. She flirting with the flower? What are we doing here? I don't know. All right, and then this one got to me. This was annoying as crap. So if you don't have, seasons, you might think this is a new animation. But this is actually when you get attacked by bees. And then they also recycled it when they got the Eco Living pack and you get attacked by flies, I believe. So she's back. And let's see, what else do we have? We can go through the things that you're going to get, but we're going to go through the things that you already have first. So all of this gardening is already in the game. I'm fine with it. It's gardening. Could they have done something different? Maybe. Could they have been, out of the box and outside of the box and done something different for gardening? Because you would have already done this anyway, because it's already base game. But maybe we could have done something different with gardening as well. This right here, thank you for bringing up the children, EA, because you didn't think about them at all. I didn't see one fairy that was a child in this game. And if no one else is alarmed by that, I know some people are like, oh, they want to keep something secret until it comes out so you have something to see. That is not traditionally how trailers work or how game packs or expansion packs work. No, you see pretty much 99% of what's in the game in this trailer. There may be some hidden things, but something big like a life state, that is not something you leave out. So I have a funny feeling that your children will not be fairies. EA has, if I'm not mistaken, gone this lazy route. And I say lazy because Sims 3, I'm back playing it again. And Sims 3 children, I believe, were fairies. If they have fairies as parents, the Sims 3 children would also be fairies. But it looks like we are not going to have fairy babies. We are not going to have fairy children. And if you have some little lame animation of a teddy bear they interact with, and that's it. Like, I think the vampires, I don't even know if that was in Sims 3 or Sims 4 where the babies that were vampires could bite their teddy bear, which I think they all bite the teddy bear now. So, yeah, disappointing. Now, this is also cheap because this is just UI, whatever. I don't care if I can name a plant. Some of you may. Everybody got all excited because you can name a cow plant. I don't even play with cow plants, but even if I did, it's these little things that are annoying. Like, why wasn't that baby, why was he not a fairy? Where are his wings? Free the wings, okay? Give the little baby some wings. And I would have loved to have seen a whole fairy family shrunken down, living in a dollhouse. That would have been so cute. But we're not going to get that. So you can flirt with your flowers. So that's a recycled animation of just flirting with people, obviously. Not mad about the billboards. We know they came out with, what was that, cottage living. They're just going to keep using that, which is fine. This I'm a little nervous about. Do they turn to small fairies and then large at will? Or is this something that we can control? I'm not sure. Because it almost looked like they only turn into fairies when they're being, like they only turn small when they're being turned. So I don't know. Plant fairy seedlings, same thing as planting a regular plant. Okay, so she's new. But I mean, that's base game. Drinking from the, I think it's the children's table. They make potions. Now this was cute. I did appreciate that they put a little bit of effort into your transformation, because mermaids, they did the mermaids wrong. I wish they would go back and update the mermaids without needing a game pack or anything. I know people are going to go crazy and wild over this, which you should, being able to customize. The Sims 4 is known for cast customization. Well, to a certain degree. You still can't color the hair the way you want. You can't, you don't have a color wheel to make your clothes the way you want. This was cool, but I mean the death fall, that, again, someone's going to say, well, how else do you fall? But I don't know. Paralyzed is doing a different fall when they pass out, or when they pass away. So I don't know. I guess fairies could do this. I'm not going to fight over this little death thing. See here, she's gonna go small and zoom around when they, here we go. So I don't know if they stay small or only during certain times. Like apparently this is the fairy woohoo situation, which is cute. I love this right here, the dollhouse, being able to live in the dollhouse. So are we getting a new dollhouse? I like the dollhouse because I like when they use the real furniture. So I wonder, because she's not interacting with the objects in the house, if this is all you can do is just sleep in the dollhouse and this is the animation you'll get. What would be cool, and I just thought of it, is if you could shrink at will and you could make your own dollhouse to live in. What I mean is we could have a new capability of, because some of us have built dollhouses. I've built a dollhouse. I think that YouTube video might still be up. But I built a dollhouse where it's just a regular house, but it's shaped like a dollhouse where the back of it is open. And I've seen other people do it as well. So my question is, since we can shrink, is it possible to shrink the furniture and build a dollhouse and they live in it? I doubt it. That'd been cool. Yeah, I think you can just lay in it. I'm not gonna lie. You know, EA does very little effort when they make these packs. Now this part I liked. EA does do well when making, when they put their energy into it. They do well with making these little goals for you. So this part is cool. I don't know what it all entails because they didn't go through any of it. But I would have liked something new. And I think those things just shake. I don't think they do anything else. This part is fine, but again, we just recycling. It's fine. It's fine. This part I know everybody's excited about because they basically are giving you werewolf capabilities. So, I mean, you could do this anyway. That animation is there. You know what? I just thought about something. So, if we were going to be able to eat frogs and such, which is gross, but why not give a new animation for it? Like, I don't know. It'd be real gross to dangle it over your head with it flopping around and then drop it in your mouth. It'd be a new animation. It'd be gross, but it'd be a new animation. We need new animations, you know? Sleeping on the ground. This is a werewolf. Completely. And I know someone will say, well, how could that be different? I don't know. Maybe she goes around and picks up some twigs and puts her head on it. I don't know. If I'm being paid to make a new pack, I think I'm being paid to think of a new way to make an animation. That's how I feel. So I know everyone's going to come after me with that, oh, well, how could it be different? I'm getting paid to make it different. So make it different. Period. I could have sworn you could already do this, but I guess maybe I'm thinking of the recycled animation being showering in the rain, because I think you can shower in the rain. So, again, how could you do it different? I don't know. I'm not being paid to come up with a new animation. Someone else is being paid to do that. I don't know what this even is. This is the good luck, bad luck because you're out of balance or something. So, I mean, okay. Yeah, fishing. I mean, we fish. That's not different. That's not different. Could we have added something new to the game? What could we have added? I don't know. What can't we do right now that could have been added? And that's recycled from the holiday. What is it? Christmas, and you appease the gnomes. They totally ripped that from appeasing the gnomes at the Christmas time celebration. Or Thanksgiving. Yeah, it was the Thanksgiving, whatever they call it, holiday. This part I will find a use for. We do have elixirs. This actually, he even looks like what came with the, what was it? Is it called the Great Outdoors? Outdoor Retreat? With, is he a hobbit? No, he's a hermit. The guy out there in the woods. He kind of looks like him already. But the fact that you can go in here and make these potions, I mean, you could already do it with that other pack, the Great Outdoors or what have you. And I already made a pharmacy. It is on the gallery if you want to use it. I built a pharmacy and I put the potions in there that you could already make from the Great Outdoors pack. But this goes a little bit different in the fact that it looks like you actually get to heal them this way, like a doctor. So I've been complaining that we needed get to work refresh, where you could go to the hospital other than being pregnant or the doctor. But if you actually got sick, you should be able to go to the hospital. But instead of doing refreshes, because EA doesn't make money off of those, I guess we're going to try and get this gameplay in here a little differently. So what I'm hoping to do is be able to use this pack and make a clinic. I know dude is in the outdoors and everything, but just imagine the setting being a clinic and people come and you can fix them with medications this way. So I'm making my own clinic. That's one way to use this pack. And you're getting chewed out because you misdiagnosed. But yeah, I think I will get use of this by just basically using get to work assets from the doctor career, even though they probably won't sit on the table or anything, you know, the exam table. But, you know, you're going to have to use your imagination because EA is not doing pack refreshes. No, they are not. Now, this one right here with the lightning plant, I think it's cool. I'm not going to lie. But could we have a new one? Could we have, you know, thought outside the box and come up with something else as well? I'll take that one too. But we do get hit by lightning in the game already. So the animation is not new. It's not new. Could we have come up with something else? And I know in Sims 3, you used to could turn a person into a frog. I had hoped when we had the Magic Pack released, it was going to bring back new things. But what EA does is they just recycle what's already in the game. And so they didn't give you anything new. This is cute here. But again, these are just assets. They're doing everything that you can do in base game, which is sit at a table and drink a drink. Sit at a bar and drink a drink. If you take away the clothes, you take away the decorative items, it's just a bar. It's just a bar. What could be different? I don't know. A fairy world where everybody's tiny. And when you come as a human, you're huge. And you have an animation that you have a little tiny cup. Because you don't belong here. Something like that. I don't know, and I just thought of that just now. So I wasn't paid. Y'all want to pay me? Yeah, okay. So this is new, but the animation is the same. That is what you do when you go to the romance festival and you throw the flower petals, the romance petals on a person. How could it have been different? I don't know. I'm not getting paid to make it different. Somebody got paid. They could have made this animation different. So here we go. We got wings. We're eating a dead fish. Well, I guess you wouldn't eat it alive, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm looking for something new. All of that's the same. So, that's my opinion. Now, those were my negatives. Let's go back and do positive because you got to balance it out. Got to have some balance. Okay, so this is the new world. Very nice. It is a pond like any other, but I guess maybe you get something out of it swimming in this water, possibly. let's go back. Hold on. We got to slow it down now because now we're looking for positives. So we got Mother Nature. I'm assuming that's who this woman is. We got some nice new costumes. Even if you don't play as a fairy, I'm assuming you might still have access to the clothing. So for those that maybe don't like playing with supernaturals, you still could throw Halloween parties possibly and still have these items. I also wonder if they're going to be added to the costume box if you have the romance pack. Not sure if that would be done or if I'd even want that done. This is a new world. The houses may be normal size. I don't think they're tiny, but this looks like a new neighborhood. Okay, so we're messing around with the new flowers, the little pixie dust. So this is also a neighborhood. We have these big, larger plants. I'm happy to see new plants in the game. Okay, many different decorations. I'm sure, you know, people who build in The Sims 4, this is your game. It always has been. They have always catered to building, so you are never left out. And then cast as well. They've been pretty good with doing cast, except giving people the capability of changing the colors of their hair with a color wheel or changing their clothes with a color wheel. That, I don't know if we're ever going to get that. But beyond that, or besides that, I should say, EA has been really good with cast and build items and build mechanics. It's the gameplay is where they have always, you know, needed some help. But looking at this, it looks very whimsical. I'm mostly seeing all new plants in this scene right here, which is very good. I think this rose tree or bush is the same as base game. And this plant back here, I swear that came from, I think that came from the Great Outdoors pack. I'm not going to lie. That's what that looks like. But they may be a different plant this time. I don't know. But we do see a lot of new plants. We see new windows in the back. I don't think we have walls of glass like this. So that's cool to be adding that. We've got some decorative items here. Not bad, not bad. Would have liked some new fruit trees, not gonna lie. But this pack is mostly about plants and everything. Would have liked to have finally gotten an orange tree. I will never understand how we have a whole gameplay built around oranges, but we don't have an orange tree. EA. If you get sick, you can go cure yourself by drinking orange juice. But we don't have oranges. We can't make orange juice or apple juice. Yeah, why not add a juicer in the game and give me some oranges and some other fruit trees? This would have been a great pack for that. So here apparently we got some new gameplay with the plants that they, and I want to say new. I want to caveat that a little bit. Plants have always died in The Sims base game. So this whole stinky green smell is because that's from base game. But having house plants that you have to take care of, to me, it's kind of like having fish that you have to take care of, which again, we still cannot do. And that's a base game item that it's a decorative item. Even if you catch a fish, you never have to feed it. I wish they would do an update to that. But anyway, plants in the house never required watering. And so I guess this is, yeah, new gameplay that they could die. And I guess this pixie dust brings them back to life or rejuvenates them. I'm sorry, I can't appreciate the little pixies because I just feel like that was lazy. This was the laziest gameplay in the game. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, because even though, you know, being able to forage on the ground was for werewolves. Now they brought it to all Sims. This right here is the most annoying because this one had the greatest possibility of a new animation. If these are pixies, why couldn't you make them do something different? Why steal from the bumblebee attack? Why not do something different? Her animation is completely recycled from being attacked by bees, and it's so annoying because they could have done something different. Anyway, I digress. So here we have, showing off all the new plants. We didn't need new planter pots down here, so I'm not even going to cry that that's base game. But I am happy that we got new plants. We have some new mirrors. I think these windows automatically come with plants attached to them because I haven't seen them without it. I'm hoping I'm wrong though, and this is just a separate decorative flower on the wall so that you might have more use for the windows, because maybe you don't want that. I don't know. It's probably attached though. Yeah, this is it. We got some new rugs apparently shaped like different leaf petals. I don't know if I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this pack because, well, I just don't know if I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this pack, except for the doctor capability. I'm gonna stretch my imagination for that one. I'm gonna have to because EA is not going to refresh Get to Work so that you can have doctor appointments and such. I mean, if they just unlocked it to where you could go to the doctor for, hamster fever and stuff like that. But they're not going to do that, I guess. So here she gets in the water. I guess you have to bathe in this water. I do love her boots. I'm not going to lie. Hopefully you can wear those with different outfits too. That would be nice. Okay, so here is where people are going to be very excited if you are someone who really likes to customize. We have several different hairs, different skin tones. I don't think all these skin tones were available from the very beginning. But it looks like you can customize the wings just like you can with the tattoos. So, and some of these aren't bad. Again, I could see some. Oh, now this one was weird. I'm glad it paused right here. The one on the far right with the deer. This might not be bad. I might actually make a character who looks like this because they straight up don't look human at all. I don't know. Mainly it's the feet, but I'm going to question whether or not those are just shoes. I don't say we all, let me rephrase. Well, by now, yeah, we all know what happened with Journey to Batu, and they made it look like you had new life forms, new creatures, but really it was just costume. So I don't know if this particular character on the far right, this one that looks like a deer, I don't know if those are just shoes. Knowing EA, these are not her feet. These are just shoes. But I guess if you put that on every outfit and she just never gets to change her outfit, I don't know. Good luck. I think those are shoes. But, Wait a minute. I saw another one with the feet. Look to the left. There it is. So this one to the far left also has different feet. I think it's the shoes, y'all. I don't think that it's his body. So if you change him out of these pants, I don't know if you get these feet. Same thing with the other girl who was just on here. But I guess if you make this his outfit for everything, you can pretend that those are his feet. But I'm not mad. Some of these look interesting. Some of these do look interesting. Now we do have a child swinging. This again was an opportunity to show if you could have a fairy child. I don't think you can. I'm very disappointed that the children are not in fairy form And because this is the second trailer, the child is over there on the right of the screen over here, if you are not noticing. And at no time do you see her with fairy wings. So, and I'm tired of getting a swing set. EA, I have said this over and over. Please give us new things for the kids to play on. Merry-go-rounds, the spring riders, teeter-totters. You don't need me to tell you the list. You already have it. Go back and play your own games. Sims 2, Sims 3 have more things for children to do. So, alright, so here, I guess he's dying. Let me go back for a second because he thought about this. His emotional force is draining here to 0, I guess. And so I guess your character can die. I don't know if y'all notice his wings look tattered too. Go back. He almost looks like he has band-aids. So that would be cool. Or is that just the design of his wings? Because they almost look like they were taped here and torn. I don't know. I don't know if you over time can wither away. That would be pretty cool if you could notice that. But I don't know if that was just the design of his wings in general. So here it looked like she was stealing her energy or what have you. I'm so tired of that romance cycle. I mean, I think it's like a flirty animation. Just give me some new animations, EA. I would actually pay for an animation pack. I know some people would be mad, but you know, we pay for everything else for this game. So if you want to give me some new animations that I have to pay for, I'll pay for that. I'll pay for a new crest, a blank world like New Crest. I don't want it to look like New Crest. But if you could start selling maps, I'll give you $5 for a new map. As long as there's plenty of lots for me to build on. And it doesn't look like a recycled Willow Creek. Please. Give me some new ones. You can give me a desert world. Oh, you know what? You can give me Strangerville even. Something like that. Alright, so what have I missed? Because I'm talking and not thinking. Okay, so we have this little fairy animation or gnome animation. But all I've seen is they shake a little bit. I went back and saw someone talking about the gnomes in Sims 3. And do y'all remember the gnomes in Sims 3 could have babies? They move around on the lot and do different things. So I don't know if that's coming back to the game by bringing back gnomes. Bring gnomes to life. Okay, so maybe they require a fairy to do this. Otherwise, you won't have to worry about it happening in your game. Disruptive. Y'all know I don't like the land grabs, so. But I would have liked to have seen something different other than just the recycle throwing the drink in her face. Now out here is with living in nature. We got I don't know if this is a mailbox. This almost looks like a mailbox to me. And then we've got, and this is recycled. That's in the game already. Nature nomad. So apparently you just don't need a bed, I guess. I'm not seeing a toilet, but I think they just recycle being able to pee in a bush. Okay. So we go out here and we dig in the ground like the werewolf and we eat a frog. And we get grossed out about it. Oh, wait. Y'all see that dragon? Do y'all see the dragon? I don't know if I can get a better view of it. There is a dragon, top left corner. And you know we like to speculate. Is that a hint? Are we getting dragons? Here it is again, sitting on the little bookshelf or shelf here. Are we getting dragons? Because we had dragons in T3. I don't know if we're getting dragons. I mean, it's the first time I'm seeing a dragon. But you know we like to speculate. Okay, so she slept outside. She woke up happy. She's taking a bath in the water. I see a turtle, I think, on this log, but I think that's already in the game. I don't remember what pack that came with. Let me know in the comments if you remember when we had the turtle that crawls up on the log. I don't remember what pack that came with. But this frog jumping up here on this lily pad, that's new. Thank you for newness. We like new. Okay. I wish we were getting new vegetables. We haven't gotten new harvestables in a long time. Which means I don't know if we're getting new food dishes. Nobody talked about that. But it would have been nice if they threw in some new food dishes. Just for those of us that don't want to play as a fairy, add some new stuff to the game. New harvestables, new food dishes, new... I think we are getting a new radio, but that's coming for free with this new nature event that we're doing. So I don't even know if, you know, that should count because it's not with the pack. You don't have to pay for it. So here is something with the balance and imbalance. We'll have to see what that's about. I know you can get sick, but I'm not sure exactly how that works. And then we go here. This is the only part where I got halfway inspired. Again, because I think we need more capabilities of being able to have a clinic or a doctor's office in the game. So this potentially could be a way to have a doctor's office. You know how before you had to use a stove or a grill with Great Outdoors to make elixirs or you know, ointments and stuff like that. Then they gave us Mount Komorebi, and you could buy the ointments from a machine if you know, needed ointments for ailments that you got in Mount Komorebi. So this being able to be stirred on a table now, it will be better. It won't break the immersion to me. I think this is cool. And I probably will enjoy using this even if I'm not a fairy. I'm thinking you can do this without being a fairy, and you can put on the doctor's clothes from Get to Work and have this set up in your clinic. It'd be nice if they had more than one model so it didn't have to look like this, but maybe something more modern. But probably won't. Probably won't. But it's still better than having to do it on a stove. So this is cool that you can make elixirs and you can do house calls. Hold up. I didn't see that pop up before. Let me go back a tiny bit. Right here. Herbal house calls. Hold on. You will begin to receive clients today and have the opportunity to put your skills to use. You must be as thorough as possible to diagnose with the correct ailment and issue to avoid sending a patient home uncured. Remember, ailments aren't always the cause for a patient's visit. Sometimes you will need to dig a bit deeper to find the problem. Okay, so here you go. This is a way to be a doctor without them giving you an update to Get to Work, because you can do house calls, and they're calling them patients, clients, patients. So if you do have the Get to Work, I mean, you're going to have to stretch your imagination a little bit, but you can actually, if you have Get to Work, I wonder if you can be a doctor. And then use all that equipment that they unlock as a doctor through the gameplay and make your own clinic at home that is modern. It doesn't have to look like a fairy house. And then still have, I'm guessing this is probably a aspiration or a career or something that you can, not a job, because you could still probably be a doctor and unlock this. We'll have to see. But that would be cool if you can do the house calls at home and mix your own potions. Yeah. This is a way to get the doctor clinic visits this way. I still hope you, if you get sick with like a cold or the flu and stuff like that, instead of doing the cheap way where you call on the phone and get the medicine and drink it, it'd be nice if you could come to the doctor and get cured by him. That would be cool. Hey, that'd be cool. I would get the pack just for that if I can do pack integration. and be a doctor and do house calls. They come to my clinic. I'll build my house to look like a clinic. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And you could probably even sell your potions. Now I'm talking about it and ignoring because I'm excited and my brain is running already on what I can do with this. But okay. So see, I'm already helping sell the pack. And not even for what it's for. Alright, so then we have this weird looking alien looking plant. It would be nice if you can cross and make new potions with cross pack compatibility, because don't forget we still have alien packs too. I mean alien plants. So I wonder if you can mix things. Could you come up with new elixirs even? That would be cool. And then we sell the medication. So here's the new world, and it flashes by so fast. Okay, hold on. Alright, so here's the new colorful world. Looks like Candyland. And I guess there's this shipwreck out here. I guess there'll be a story for that. This is probably decor. I don't know if you can do anything at this. It looks like a store, but it's probably just decorative. I don't know what you would get from it. Then we had just some little sightseeing spot right here. Maybe you can read this sign and get some history on this shipwreck. Now right here, this to me reminds me of the mermaids. So EA, it would be so awesome if you did an update to the mermaids. I don't think it's a mermaid because I'm not seeing, you know, anything about it being a mermaid. But it would be nice if we got an update to the mermaids. I'm just saying. If you could give them more. Just give them more. Okay, so here is the gnomes. I don't know why this dude fell on his behind, but they're giving a lot of love to gnomes in this pack. And if there is some hidden gameplay, I would think it would come from the gnomes, because how else are you going to really focus on them in such a short trailer? I mean, I know it's a 6-minute trailer, but it is still kind of short. Looking outside of this building, I would have been so excited if this was a functioning grocery store. Look over here to the left. Do you see all of this outside of this building? It almost looks like it is a farmer's market and you could go in and go grocery shopping. But I don't think you can, because these windows are grayed out, so it's probably just a facade. It's fake. It's a background. It's not even a rabbit hole. Wah, wah. I wish it was a functioning grocery store that I could go inside of and place in any world. That would be great. All right, once again, going a little too fast for me. Okay, so this is Spruce Dairy Grove, another location. Not much to see here. I think they zoom in to this building back here on the back, far back. Okay, no, they're doing all the buildings actually. Hold up. So we have this one. I don't know how it's any different. I don't know if you can go in that building. I think you might, because if you notice on the far left, see if I can get back to it. You can see a lamp inside of that building. So maybe you can go in here. We'll see. I hope it's a new lot, because I always like new lots. I do like how this tree is poking through there, through the roofing. It's probably very pretty at night. And then here's another one. Somebody's playing chess over here. Yeah, I don't know what this is. And then we have here another house, fairy house. Looks like we got the wedding arch up here, so maybe you can get married here. We got some mushrooms out here. And then they kind of show the pond. That looks very mystical. He looks tiny, so maybe you do get to shrink. I don't know. We might be far away, so maybe that's why he looks small. And then they shrink down. Again, this is just, to me, just a regular bar. Just new decor. But, yeah, she's doing the same tricks at the bar as usual. Alright, and then, not sure what he was doing. I don't know if you can buy gnomes right here. Maybe you can. Maybe it's food, because that looks like a pie. I'm surprised they didn't tell us about new recipes. They usually tell us about new recipes. So if we do get a new station like this that sells food, it usually does come with some new recipe, new dish. So hopefully we got some new recipes with this pack. Oh my gosh, look at the far right over here. Those are grocery carts. Oh my gosh, it would be so good if we could grocery shop. I know we can't. Why y'all teasing me with these grocery carts? But yeah, I've seen people use the tool mod to make grocery carts, but it looks like you might have an item in debug where you can put this outside. If there was a new grocery store, you think they would have talked about it though, right? All right, so here looks like you can come and buy the elixirs if you didn't make them yourself. And I don't know what's going on with this, but I wish this was not a recycled throw the flower rose petals from the Romance Festival. I wish that was a different animation, but whatever. It is what it is. Okay, here I didn't notice, but I see it now. You do have a new glass wall. Woo! Sorry, I don't know why I got so excited about that, but you have a new glass wall. I know Enzoy had it. You know I got to bring up Enzoy because that's their new competitor, right? They still need to step up their game. But Enzoy has it to where you can turn your wall into glass. And now it looks like The Sims does too. Let's go. I'm happy about that part. What else do I see? I think these are just strawberries. Would have liked a new harvestable. Not gonna lie. Need some new harvestables, EA. Alright, she can eat a fish. Let's keep going. Looking for something new. What was that in the background? Hold up. Oh, just a giant mushroom. Okay, never mind. Keep going, keep going. They turn small. And I am seeing another fairy over here floating, but I don't think it was a child. I want to say that's an adult. Again, I'm really missing infants and toddlers and children being able to be fairies. I don't know why they didn't have that. Okay, but that's it. That's it. Let me know what you guys think. Is coming out July 10th. And if you purchase it before August 21st, then you get these extra little things as an incentive to get it within their little time limit, because I guess they want to just prove to the, shareholders that they actually sold the pack well. So that's the incentive is if you buy it before August 21st, you get these extra little items here, but they're not necessary. They don't bring any additional gameplay, which I guess that's good, because I'd be mad if I missed the opportunity and it brought extra gameplay. The game packs and expansion packs never have enough new animations to me. There's never enough new animations, and I'm never gonna stop complaining about that. So I don't like paying $40 for new clothes and new hair and new build items. I already do that with kits. So I don't know why we gotta pay $40 to recycle the same things that's in the game. But here we are. And your girl will end up getting the pack because I get all the packs. I thought Enzoy was gonna keep me entertained, but it kind of got boring because it just needs a little more, needs to cook a little longer. It's only been out a little while, so I'm sure it will get better, and one day I will probably be able to leave The Sims 4 in the dust. But that day is not yet. We are still playing The Sims 4, and I've even gone back to The Sims 3. If you want to see some of that gameplay, definitely give me a follow. I'm enjoying that, and I also play Sims 2. I tried to play Sims 1. That game is hard, but before I get too far into talking about all that stuff, I just want to say that if you are interested in getting this pack, let me know. Say so in the comments. I'm going to be posting this on YouTube. Let me know what you're most excited about for this pack. Let me know if you are definitely getting this pack. I think it's going to be okay in the fact that I've always wanted the doctor career to be fleshed out a little more, and maybe this pack can help to do that with this new aspiration. I think it's going to be an aspiration. So yeah, let me know if you're excited about the pack. Let me know what you're most excited about, and I will see you back here probably July 10th when the pack releases. All right.